Facebook Live, people, you are looking live. We're ready to start our Zoom with Big AL Scanlan from the Neverland Ranch. Don't ask. Let's hope this is not an omen and tomorrow we can all laugh. Big Al, how's it going this morning?
Oh, it's going great. What time is it? Oh, it's almost 10 o'clock.
Okay, Bill's ready to come on. So everyone, thanks, Big Al, for joining us. First, show us what you did here, what Big Al has around his neck.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought since this was kind of a special event, I had these lanyards made up. Can we?
Amazing.
And it's got everybody's a VIP. We don't have any special VIPs. They're all VIPs here. So then on the back, a little description of the event. Although if anybody's actually paying attention, you'll notice that
no one's paying attention.
Yeah. Well, I had to order this online, and when I hit confirm, once you hit confirm, you don't get to go back and make any changes. And then later, somebody pointed out to me I had the wrong month. So, that's why we rehearse, right? So anyway, everybody get a lanyard, and the lanyard's even got the message on it here. So.
Love is my message. Big AL Scanlan.
And if you don't get to come, I've had a bunch of extras made, so if you see me, and hopefully I'll have some in my bag, and I'll give you some.
Thank you, Big Al.
All right.
Well, Michael's 65th birthday. Give us a birthday story.
Techno Spark 8C, is that somebody we know? They want to join.
Why not?
Okay.
Big Al's actually running his own. We've never done this before. Where the host, Big Al is the host and the guest, and I'm off camera, which is a beautiful thing.
I think I get paid overtime.
You do get paid. I will double your salary. You do get paid double.
Right.
Double hazard pay. Boy, this is about it. Yeah, all right. Well, we have a birthday story.
Oh, yes, I have a birthday story. Let me see if I can.
Oh, good. We had another device.
Now, we are outside, so I'm not sure how well this is. So, since it's Michael's birthday, I do have what I think is kind of a funny story. Two more people. Now, this is tough working overtime here. Got to admit people and keep my mind working, which is, I'm almost 70 years old now, so
no,
multitasking is. Anyway, so we had an event. I think they referred to it as the Golden Ticket event, and it was somewhere within a week or two of Michael's birthday. I think it was a week or two after. I'm sure that somebody out there that has one of those golden tickets can look at the date and tell me exactly when it was. But anyway, it was big. We had several thousand people there. It was the biggest event we've ever done, and huge tents set up for catering. Oh, here we go. Hold on. More people want to join. Oop.
Can you now make Crystal the host?
Don't even.
Okay.
So anyway, so the event was basically we were giving money to 3 different charities. One of them was Make-A-Wish. One of them was an artist that's done a bunch of work for Michael. I can't remember who it was. And another one was a organization that I think Carlos Santana was involved in that gave money to schools to enhance their musical program, buy them instruments and whatnot. So anyway, it was a huge charity event, raised tons and millions of dollars. And Michael came down and presented a check, and we had this tent that was set up that was probably, I want to say probably 60 foot by 60 foot, and it was like a discotheque. It was in there in the middle. There was a round stage for a DJ, and it was just, disco lights and music and all that. Well, that's where we did the check presentation. And I was taking the opportunity because it was a very labor-intensive day. I wasn't in there for that. I was just taking a break, resting, getting a drink of water, cooling off a little bit. And then Violet, the chief of security, calls on the radio and says she needs every employee that she can to get over there to the tent. So I go over there, and what we were doing is the employees were lining up in 2 rows towards the back of the stage, out the back of the tent, so Michael could get out of the tent without being mobbed, which was kind of sad that he was going to be mobbed in his own house, but that's the way it works. So we're all lined up arm in arm, and Dieter was the only actual real bodyguard there at the time, and he comes down. I don't know what's going on stage. There's a lot of noise. They sang "Happy Birthday," which wasn't really. We weren't celebrating Michael's birthday, but it was close enough that somebody decided, and they brought a surprise cake up, and so anyway, here comes Dieter and Michael down the steps, down to the ground, and I'm about halfway through this line of 30 people on each side to make this safety barricade. And Dieter, as he comes by me, I don't know if he picked me because I was the biggest guy there, but he looked at me and he said, grab. Dieter had his left hand on Michael's neck and had his right hand, I think, on his waist or on his shoulder or on his elbow, I can't remember, but anyway, he says grab his other side. So I just mimicked him. I grabbed Michael's neck and his arm, and so we had him covered from both sides going out the back of the tent, and I know that outside the back of the tent it's pitch dark and there's railroad tracks, so I'm concerned that we're going to all trip and fall over and smash Michael. So anyway, so we got out the back of the tent, we got him to his car, and he left. Now I walked back in to the tent, and the crowd's dispersed, and there's black lights, ultraviolet lights in there. So I'm wearing a white dress shirt, and I'm wearing a suit, and so my white dress shirt is purple, and I look down, and I see a dark spot, and I immediately think that something happened to Michael. He got injured, and this is like his blood or something on me. So I walk outside, not that that's not funny, but what coming up is, I walk outside, and I realize it's not blood, it's very thick, and I realize it's cake frosting. So,
oh my God!
So I reached down and take a fingerful of this chocolate cake frosting, and anyway, that was. But here's the picture that somebody took. Let me see if I can. Can you see that picture on Zoom? Anyway.
It's blurred.
Huh? It's blurred? Oh, now it went out.
Blurry.
Okay, well, hopefully when we get inside the building, I'll be able to show it up on the big screen. You can see it, but it's Michael, and he's covered with cake. It was anyway. That was one of the birthday. The only birthday thing I remember from Neverland was that event. So do we have any other questions?
Too much glare to see the picture. Yeah, we're out here in the sun. For those, we're waiting for the Robinson Center to open. I think we're hoping Big Al's going to go inside here. Bill Whitfield's going to be next to join me on Zoom. I'm thinking, can we put the camera on me on Zoom or no?
Yeah.
Or should I come around it?
You want to do? I mean, right now you want to?
Yeah. So. We're gonna let Big Al go inside. I'm here on Facebook. For those watching, we're gonna log off this meeting. I'm gonna start the 12 o'clock meeting early. I'm thinking maybe if we log on a whole different time zone, because we can't seem to get this camera issue work. Is Big Al gonna write a book? That's a good question. Big Al?
Oh yeah. So.
Yeah, you can.
So somebody asked the question, the magical question, am I going to write a book? And I can't tell you exactly which fan it was. I think it was several fans that, I mean, I've been asked about it for years and years and years, and I've been talking about it, but I kind of had mixed feelings, like, my stories are my stories, and it's, my personal relationship with Michael and blah, blah, blah. But some fan, well, actually, I'm sure it was multiple fans that said you don't need to convince us, because we're all Michael Jackson fans, but the stories you tell not about the song and dance man, but about the humanitarian, the person, and that really hit me. I thought about that all night that night after this event I was at, and it was kind of like, it made me feel like it was my responsibility to really let people that either have a negative opinion of him or no opinion at all, at least know what he was really like as a person. So yes, I don't know much. I don't know anything about writing a book, but I came up with a plan. I just started writing down topics, like I wrote down holidays. So then I started listing, Christmas stories, Thanksgiving stories, New Year's stories. I started listening, and anyway, that turned into a list of about 200 topics. And each one of those topics has a few stories. And I work a lot of hours, and usually when I'm done at the end of the day, I don't feel like sitting at my computer. But I've taken advantage of some of these fairs I do. I'm there for like 3 or 4 weeks, and once the fair gets open, I do have a little bit of a relaxed schedule. So I'm going to say I got about I'm going to say probably 20,000 words, 30,000 words, something like that. So I think I'm moving along. I really would like to have it completely done. I'm going to self-publish because I've talked to a few people, including some people at the Michael Jackson Book Club, about the advantages and disadvantages. So I've decided I'm going to self-publish. I mean, that makes me financially responsible, but at least I don't have somebody telling me what pictures I can put in. Well, legally I have to research that, but I mean, if they don't like my title, and I already have a title on it, which I can't tell you, it's a secret right now, but I have a title. It's my story, so like Bill Whitfield says, my story. I'm not going to let somebody else tell me how to tell my story, and I do have a couple of people that are going to review it when I get about halfway through it to make sure I'm not completely demolishing the English language and proper grammar and punctuation and stuff. So yeah, progress is being made, and I really hope it's done and in print by his next birthday. So
I have a feeling the pre-order is going to be sold out before the book even hits the shelves.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm planning on. I still don't know all the logistics of this, but I'm planning on handling it all myself. As far as, I'll personally ship every. I mean, I don't know if this is going to work this way, but I see myself doing. I'll sign every copy to whoever wants it signed to them, and I'll ship it to them and whatnot. I think I'm going to try and handle it completely myself. We'll see how that works. Got to get it done and printed first. So
you will have our.
It's going to be a bunch of. I've talked to a friend of mine's actually written a couple of books, but they were like a novel type thing. I said, well, this is going to be like hundreds of short stories. Some of them are only a couple paragraphs long, and when I finish them, I go, I got to add more to that, but there's really no more. I mean, it's an easy story to tell. It's a short story, but the book's just going to be full of short stories. But hopefully you'll enjoy them.
It will be an easy read for sure. Everybody will finish it in one day, I guess.
That's right. And of course, then further on down the road, the task will be trying to get it translated, because I know there's so many fans around the world that I want to share these stories with that don't speak or read English. So that'll be the next thing, trying to get it.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
We need it in Spanish and Dutch and German.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's companies out there. I mean, I don't think that's going to be a difficult process. I'm sure there's companies out there I can just send them the book and they'll do it.
Hey. For you guys watching on Facebook, we're simultaneously doing a Zoom meeting here. We had trouble with the connection, so we have Big Al kind of talking to himself. I'm off camera. We're going to let Big Al go inside. Hopefully it's going to run smoother inside.
I have a bunch of setting up to do inside.
We're going to leave you with one thing. We're going to leave you with two things. One thing is, we decided next year there will be a videographer that will follow us around and will handle all of this. Yep. I'm not going to hold the camera, touch the camera. And Big Al, if you could put it in one word, one little word, what are we going to do next year? One word.
Big.
Big is the word.
Yep.
B-I-G. All right, we're going to leave him on that. You guys on Zoom, we're going to log off the Zoom. I'm going to call Bill Whitfield. He's scheduled at 10:30, so come back in about, time check, is it around 10-ish?
It's 10 o'clock.
At 10 o'clock. Okay, give us 30 minutes on Zoom. We're going to redo this inside the building. I don't know if that was the issue, but I'm going to log on the 12 o'clock meeting early. Okay, so there's two scheduled for today. You guys on Zoom, you're on the first one. Hopefully we can shut that and get out of that, and hopefully we start fresh with the new one, and everything should run smoother inside. I'm thinking maybe, do we want to do it on the tablet or don't even bother that? We'll try the phone first. Big Al has a lot to get run. So you guys on Facebook, I'm gonna log off here too. Give us about a half hour or so, and we'll come back for the second part. We were having trouble with Zoom, so I wanted to capture this on Facebook without playing any music, so we don't get blocked. And we're gonna post it, and we'll be back at 30 minutes on Facebook and on Zoom.
Oh, somebody
Bye for now.
just.